Hello, you are watching Rock Paper Shotgun and we are playing Unravel 2. That's TWO. It's a very wholesome game, so it's using the correct spelling. This was announced just an hour ago. I'm playing this having just downloaded it after EA Play 2018, which is EA's kind of E3 press conference. They did the classic trick of, here's a new game and you can download it right now. So I went and did that because I'm not actually at E3, I'm stuck at home, so I thought, while everyone else gets to enjoy the smog of LA, I get to enjoy this lovely demo from the comfort of my PC. It's obviously called Unravel 2 because it's a sequel. There are also two characters. Yarny, who is this red chap, has joined forces with this blue yarn monster. I say monster, I've always thought there was something of the devil about Yarny. I'm basing this entirely on the fact that he's red and has horns. That's the kind of level of sophistication my mind's working at. But he is joined, you can play in co-op, I'm playing this alone, as previously mentioned, everyone else is at E3. Though, one of the things I do like is that Yarny can sort of blend himself in and become a kind of horrendous amalgamation of the two characters, which actually, I think, builds on my theory that Yarny is the devil incarnate. It's like Jeff Goldblum in The Fly, when he merges with the Fly. Oh, this feels like a puzzle. So Yarny does that. There we go. Easy. It's all very atmospheric and slightly spooky. The first game it was like a trip through the Swedish countryside. Coldwood, who make it, are a Swedish company. It was actually devised originally while the games director Martin was on a camping holiday, and he made this little yarn figure. But it was all kind of snapped from holiday snaps, the rocks and the textures. The game has exceptional moss. The first game had exceptional moss. I'll be interested to see if this one does too. Okay, let's do that. It's a very sweet little platformer. The first one had a lot of kind of physics puzzles in. Actually reminded me of, in a weird way, it felt like a rock climbing platforming game. Because, he has yarn, his body's made of yarn, you can throw it out like this, and you could kind of hook it onto things and climb up, or you could lower yourself down. There's a lot of stuff about anchoring yourself on points. Obviously in this one, because you've got a second character... Ooh, okay, oh, I messed that up. Because there's a second character, you can... So I'm just trying to not blow this. Nice, he said of his own performance. Because the second character, you can use them as an anchor. That was something they showed off in the demo, so, all the puzzles are very much designed for two, even if you're playing by yourself. There's a very helpful bit of light guiding me everywhere I need to go. Classic wall jump. I just don't want to horribly embarrass myself in this very early look at the game. Very atmospheric, very spooky. They've said this time round that they've tried to make the game a bit more action-packed, so they showed it off with a sequence where Yarny and friend were escaping a grouse, an evil grouse, which I'm hoping evil grouse becomes the theme of E3, because that would be wonderful. Everyone thinks it's going to be Battle Royale mode. I'm pinning my hopes on a huge influx of grouse. Right now, while I'm watching this, they're showing off more of Anthem, so I'm hoping they're fighting a giant space grouse. Oh. Nice. Classic grapple hook. It's got a very nice feel. The first game was absolutely lovely. I really enjoyed it. It was really sweet as well, because you were basically exploring your like an old lady's house, and then exploring the kind of memories of her family. Oh, how neat. This one, it starts with Yarny getting kind of swept away on a boat, so I guess he's trying to find his way home. Her way home. I don't know if Yarny has gender. Oh dear. Classic like that. It's like Indiana Jones, but made of wool. Ooh, secrets. I love secrets. Oh, there wasn't a secret there. I got a bit overexcited. I thought that smelt like there was going to be a little secret cave. In the original game, there were a lot of hidden buttons and things that you were trying to find. It was surprisingly tough, actually. Well, it wasn't surprisingly tough in itself, but there was some really mean powers. So you can switch while using the lasso, hold right trigger when you switch back if you want to keep hanging. Ah. You see? Ah, that's good. So it acts as a little kind of counterweight. Oh, that's neat. Very good. That's some hardcore physics action. See, that's what I mean about rock climbing. You can kind of scamper up your own body, which more games should let you do. I wonder, actually, I don't know if you remember the game Chariot, which was a little two-player game where you kind of both were dragging this chariot around. That was quite neat. There's actually a really good video on the channel made many years ago by Quins. I will put a link to it. A little card will pop up. You should watch that, about the art of good two-player co-op mechanics. It's all very dark. I want to see this grouse. Is that too much to ask? You promised me a grouse, damn it. Shut. Okay. Gotta be a bit quicker. Oh yeah, this was another key idea that was in the first game. You could tie bits of thread. And then bounce up. Oh, so you can't tie your bodies together when you've made a little tightrope. Okay, that was just teaching me about hints. Oh, see, you see, this is some of the good moss I was talking about. Look at that, it's lovely. Some outstanding moss. Some sterling moss. That's one for the kids. Because he's tied himself to that knot, you can't get him any further. Right. creepy mergings. It's like when those two horrible things merge at the end of the Bill and Ted film. I can't remember what it's called. Someone will tell me in the comments, I'm sure. Look at this. Classic. Oh. Is that right? So Yarny can jump on his own. Come on, Yarny, you can do it. Nice. Pull up your thread, and he pulls up his thread, and then they can merge. No, they can't. Oh, I see, they've got to tie the knots. It's a bit tricky keeping track of who's tied to what at any given time. Oh. Is this the end for our Yarny pals? Probably not. Very wistful music as well. This is what people listen to for music in Sweden, I guess. I've been to Sweden and I didn't see any yarn. No? That didn't feel right, did it? Oh, I see. Oh, that's good. He anchored. This is the anchoring. Nice. I get it. Come on. Oh, brilliant. That's going to cause lots of arguments when you mess it up and end up murdering each other with a co-op partner. I've fallen into a dark abyss. Surely this isn't the end for Yarny and friend. What is the other friend's name? Surely he's not also Yarny. Oh god. Right. Can we make that? That doesn't feel health safe, but oh, we did it! Oh, what a what a result for old Yarny. Moments of silence are just pure nerves, I promise. I'm quite invested in the fates of these little yarn guys. Here we go. And you. Oh, that's nice. Very, very nice feeling. First game had a good weight to it. It's the kind of thing that it could be so easy to get wrong and it would just end up being the fiddliest game imaginable, but... See, get into my body. Do it, Yarny. Come on, heave up. Interesting. I don't know if you played A Way Out recently. I actually had a few qualms with it as a co-op game because I felt like it was never really... The interaction between the two characters was pretty flimsy. You know, it felt like two single-player games unfolding kind of simultaneously, where this, you know, there's very clearly a connection between the two. Oh, the two characters. Mash, 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 mash. Come on, come on, come on, Yarny, up you go. Yes! No. Blew that. Oh, jeez. I have got a bad sense of physics. I've just watched too many games being announced, that's the problem. My head is currently full of EA factoids. I'm still reeling from that Command & Conquer mobile game, so I'm unable to focus on the very delicate platforming that needs to be done. It's handy that that weird ball of light is helping me. Ah, this is more like it. Beautiful freedom. I can breathe in all that bleak autumnal air. And there we have a little demonstration of Unravel 2, some of the very basic co-op mechanics. I'm obviously going to let you discover the rest of them for yourself. It seems like there's a lot of cool stuff to come. The last game was surprisingly big, you know, probably about 6 or so hours. Had great fun with it. I'm really looking forward to digging into this one. So do let me know in the comments what you thought. If you enjoyed this video, I would like you to subscribe. That would be lovely. Then you can be bound to the channel like Yarny is bound to his blue friends. That's a terrible metaphor, but come on, it's pretty late in the evening. You've got to deal with it. And we'll be seeing you throughout the week with more E3 updates. So hopefully see you around soon. Bye for now.